UN, which means United Nations. What is UN? The United Nations, commonly referred to as the UN, is an international non-profit organization formed in 1945 to increase political and economic cooperation among its member countries. The United Nations, or UN, was the second multi-purpose international organization established in the 20th century that was worldwide in scope and membership. Its predecessor, the League of Nations, was created by the Treaty of Versailles in 1919 and disbanded in 1946. The purposes of United Nations is to maintain international peace and security, to develop friendly relations among nations, to cooperate in solving international economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian problems, and in promoting respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. Also, its purpose is to protect Earth and environment. Member States. The United Nations member states are the 193 sovereign states that are members of the United Nations and have equal representation in the United Nations General Assembly. The UN is the world's largest intergovernmental organization. As shown in your screen, it is the list of it is the flags of the member countries of the United Nations. Headquarters. So probably there are 5 structures of United Nations, and each structures has its own headquarters. United Nations General Assembly, it is headquartered in New York City. United Nations Secretariat, it is located in New York City, USA. International Court of Justice, the International Court of Justice is based in The Hague. United Nations Security Council, the headquarters in New York State, United Nations. And then lastly is the United Nations Economic and Social Council, which is located in the New York City, United States, Geneva, Switzerland. When was United Nations created? The UN formed because all nations agreed that there need to be an international peace-keeping body to prevent another world war, because they feared that another world war would bring human civilization to an end. 4 months after the San Francisco Conference ended, the United Nations officially began on October 24, 1945, when it came into existence after its charter had been ratified by China, France, the Soviet Union, the United Kingdom, and the United States, and by a majority of other signatories. The United Nations Charter was signed June 26, 1945, and entry into force of charter began on October 24, 1945. The current leader of United Nations is Antonio Guterres. Is the current Secretary General of the United Nations. He is the ninth Secretary General. His term began in January 1, 2017.